Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into my channel. This is Spring Porter with Spring Solutions LLC. In this video, I am going to be talking about the first Missouri order granting unclaimed funds that I received. This is sort of in an effort for me to find a deal in each particular state. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. Please note that I am not an attorney. This information is not indicated as legal advice. Hello everyone, and thanks again for tuning into my channel. In this particular video, this is in an effort for me to find a deal in each district, or each state rather. And so this one comes from the state of Missouri. This is the Western District. They work extremely fast. I sent over the application to be processed on December the 7th. And on the 10th of this month, there was already an order granting my application. So unheard of, 3 days. I was like, what? But, it worked. No objections, no deficiencies in my application. It was great. And basically from the 14 days after the order is when they will be issuing the funds. And that's sort of like a general rule. So as long as you don't have issues with your electronic fund transfer form. And I'm going to explain a little bit more about that later. But at any rate, if you're looking for deals in this particular district, again, the Western District of Missouri, it's not going to be on the Unclaimed Funds Locator. You're going to have to go to that bankruptcy court website in that district and pull a ledger. And it's about 400 pages or so that you're going to have to sort through and find the deal. I found this one. She was friendly. It worked. Now, I am charging her 30% for this particular deal. This is what we agreed to. So the payout's going to be $335.34. Not a whole bunch, but I actually didn't have to do that much work for this one. I didn't have to call anyone to say, hey, did you get my application? Did you file it in? It was already filed in basically maybe a day or two after I mailed it. So very easy. Now, the state finder fee rule in Missouri is actually 20%. So if you're doing state funds in this particular district, you know that you can charge up to 20%. Here it is, I'm charging 30%, and I still got an order granting my application because, again, federal rules and state rules sometimes coincide and sometimes they don't. And the order was issued by the judge, and they knew very well that I was charging over the 20%, but it wasn't an issue because I think that bankruptcy court judges are focused more on ownership of who gets the funds as opposed to a state allocated rule. Now, if I didn't pay her, we signed a contract, again, that's on a state level, then for sure she can, raise issue, or that particular state judge could raise issue with the fact that I went over the 20%. So this is not a problem because I'm going to pay her, I'm going to honor our contract, and that's really the end of that. All right, so that's really it. Now, for the electronic funds transfer form, if you have a company, you have an EIN number, you want to make sure that you fill in that form exactly the way your company name is written on the IRS form. So they sent you a letter with your EIN number, and they tell you on that letter, please make sure that you fill in all the necessary documents listed, your name exactly like this. So make sure if you have a company, maybe it's just not your first name. If you fill it in wrong, or maybe you put in your bank information wrong, you miss a digit on your routing number or your banking account number, you may not have a second chance to resubmit that form. So what will happen is they'll just send you a paper check at that point, right? So you may just want to make sure you double check that form, maybe call the IRS if you're not sure exactly why they have your name written a certain way or whatever. It should be exactly what's on there, just so that you don't delay your payment. Now, you'll still get it. It'll just come in a form of a paper check to you. So just make sure you're aware of that. And also make sure that you notify your bank. Let them know what you're doing. This is your first, time getting electronic funds transfers or whatever. Notify them. Let them know, hey, this is the kind of business that I have. And I, from time to time, get electronic funds transfers from the Treasury Department. It's a legitimate business. Let them know that so that they don't put a hold on your account for suspicious activity. And again, that can delay your payment. So I'm just cautioning you. These are sort of little pitfalls that come up. Again, in certain districts, if you're rushing with your paperwork, take your time, make sure that you're doing it right so that you don't make these mistakes that I have made. All right, and that will delay your payment. All right, so I just wanted to caution and let you know that that is there too. Just make sure you take your time, review your documents, and make sure that everything is what it's supposed to be. So again, my course information is in the link in the description box. The sale is still going through the 25th of this month. If you're interested, please send me an email. You can sign up. You can pay either through PayPal or Cash App, and I can manually enroll you in the course if you're interested. Or if you have questions in regard, just send me an email. I do prefer email rather than calling me because, again, I have a child who's running around sometimes, and I don't always have the time to pick up the phone, but I can email you. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.